Hey, how's it going, everyone? I'm KPG, and welcome back to some more Triangle Strategy. In the last episode, we had to make our toughest decision yet on the scales of conviction. Once again, we were forced to choose between Benedict, Roland, and Frederica. At the end of the day, I decided to go with Frederica's plan. We are going to go save the Roselle from Hyzante, and try to lead them to the legendary location of Centralia. Unfortunately, in doing so, we ended up losing Benedict. He just could not agree with this plan at all, and he refused to come with us. So we left him behind and told him to look after the Wolffort Demesne, because it seems like we're not planning on ever coming back. We're planning on just going with the Roselle and trying to create our own new nation at this point. Which, honestly, considering how much conflict there has been in Norzelia, honestly, that might not be the worst thing ever. But today it looks like we have to start things off with a little bit of story. I'm not sure how much there is, so I'm not quite sure whether or not we'll be getting to a battle today. We certainly won't be finishing one. I'm just not even sure if we'll be able to start one, depending on how long the story stuff takes, like I said. But before we even get to that, there are a few things I wanted to do quick to buff up some of our units. I just did a few things off screen looking around and kind of decided on a few courses of action. Now, these are very expensive. These bracelets are very expensive, but they are very worth it. I want to get a strength bracelet and a magic bracelet. They both give +3 to these respective stats, and then strength bracelet also gives immunity to instant death, which we haven't seen yet, but that sounds horrifying. And then magic bracelet grants immunity to silence, which I'm guessing doesn't allow you to use magic or something like that. Which is pretty good for a magic user, of course. So we're going to actually give this strength amulet, or strength bracelet. I was looking at her other thing. Believe it or not, we're going to give it to Anna. Wait, what is this? Immunity to all status ailments. Well, this extra, I guess, the extra boost, the extra immunity to instant death is a bit redundant at that point. But it's fine, because I really just wanted to give this to her to buff up her strength. I guess, I mean, I could take a peek at strength amulet. We could always give her a strength amulet. Is there any way to... There is a way to sell. I'm actually going to probably see if I can sell something. Oh, jeez, that is worth a lot of money. I'm actually going to see if I can sell something, because now that I think about it, only one extra point of strength isn't really worth it when I could give that bracelet to someone else and give them immunity to instant death, because... Anna already has immunity to all status ailments, so there's no real reason to worry about it. Oh, we just have a HP ring. Oh, and a Vanguard scarf. And an obsidian anklet? Oh, I didn't want to use that. Right. These must have belonged to Benedict. That's probably where they came from. We'll have to remember to give those to someone at some point. We're definitely going to have to remember to give those to someone at some point. Is there anything I want to sell? I guess, if anything... Maybe not. I don't want to sell most of these things. I just need, like, 100 currency. I just need 100 whatever this currency is. So I don't really need it to be anything fancy. I really don't need it to be anything that fancy. I just want... Man, I could sell one of these stones. I actually bought a few of these off screen because I thought it would be nice to have. I guess we could sell one of them. I mean, I don't think we're going to be hurting for one windstone. But yeah, I guess we can just give that other thing to someone else. Like, I guess I just was not realizing that it wasn't that much better, because I totally forgot about... Where are we? Oh yeah, we already bought it. We'll just have to unequip it. Also buy this magic bracelet for Frederica while we're at it. That's just straight up what we're going for. Surprisingly, we haven't given her any accessories yet. But we absolutely want to give this to her because she's going to be a monster. And we're also going to buff her up even more in just a second. So she is going to be taking lives, even more than she already is, which is hard to believe because she is a very good unit. But we want to go ahead and buy another strength amulet. Like I said, we're just going to give that over to Anna because... she's already got the Amulet of Immunity, so she doesn't get the extra immunity to instant death buff that she would normally get, unless instant death doesn't count as a status ailment, in which case, whatever. Oh, whatever. We haven't seen it, so it's probably not that common. Because we haven't seen it yet, so I doubt it's that big of a deal. But we can give that to someone else then. For sure, we can absolutely give this strength bracelet to someone else. But the question is, who do I want to give it to? Well, we could give it to Serenoa. He's already got a strength amulet. We can buff him up. He doesn't have that immunity to instant death, so giving that to him isn't like a bad choice. But now we have to find someone to give the strength amulet to. I guess I never explained it, but the reason I wanted to give a strength boosting item to Anna is because obviously she is very good, as we know. Oh, you could stack these? I guess that makes sense. But the amulet of immunity is just way better, I think. Especially for Anna. But the reason I wanted to buff her strength is because she's very good. She gets to attack twice every turn, but one of the problems she has is that she doesn't always do that much damage. So I thought maybe buffing up her strength a little bit could be pretty useful. Who do I want to give something to now? Who is next on my list? Actually, let's give it to Archibald. Let's give Archibald the strength amulet. He could use a bit more strength. And he is a pretty good unit. Now we have an HP ring that we need to find someone to hold on to. We could give it to Flanagan. I'm just trying to think, because we're not going to have Benedict anymore, so we're going to have to find some new people to use. Because obviously we're going to be using Serenoa, Roland, Frederica, Huette, Anna, Gila, and Eridor for sure. Probably Cordelia? But maybe, anyway. Because, I mean, we already have Gila, so it's not like she's super necessary. Narv's definitely an option. Archibald is almost certainly an option. Flanagan and Izana are probably the ones. We're not using Piccoletta or Lionel or Ian's or Medina or Hasabara or Julio or Corentin. So, based on all of that, I want to give HP to. We give it to Frederica. I mean, there's no reason not to, I guess. Oh, wait, no. I was Flanagan. Right. That makes more sense, because he's more bulky. Alright, well then, what is left? Obsidian Amulet, I'm not giving to anyone. I don't really like that idea. So who do I want to give... Who do I want to go first? Who do I want to have go first is the question. Like, at the very start of the map, who do I want going first? Give it to Frederica. I mean, she is very good. But, like, does she really need to go first? Although, at the same time, I really don't know who else I would even give it to. I guess I technically don't even have to give it to anyone, and I could just let it be determined by what the turn order would normally be. But I guess more turns for Frederica, or more opportunities for Frederica to get to do something. Sounds like a good idea. Alright, that is it for that. That took more time than I thought it would, but now we're going to head over to Ian's here at the smithy. And there are a few improvements that I want to make. Oh wait, I forgot. I just realized, used up all my money, so we're not going to be able to. I completely wasn't even thinking about the cost of everything, huh? No, that's fun. You know what? We're gonna sell the Panacea pellet or whatever that thing is. It's a really good item, but we honestly, I feel like it's one of those things where it's such a good item that I'm never gonna want to use it. Like, I'm never gonna want to use it, so it's. I would much rather just spend that money rather than have an item that I'm going to feel obligated to not use, you know? So that's how I feel about that. But yeah, no, one of the things I really wanted to upgrade over here was Frederica's Scorch ability, because, I mean, we could either do Scorch or Blazing Chains, but we use Scorch way more than Blazing Chains. I don't even know that we've really used Blazing Chains more than maybe once. So I think Scorch is absolutely our best way to go. So yeah, let's just make Frederica insane. Let's make her an insanely strong unit. So yeah, this one is one we can never buff now. Oh, we can switch it if we want. That's actually really cool. Okay, well, like I said, I'm going to keep it on. I'm going to keep it on Scorch because it's the one we use all the time. But if for whatever reason I start liking Blazing Chains more, we can switch it whenever we want. So that's good to know. And I think with the rest of the money, what do I want to do? This is a good item. Or not a good item. Yeah, no, actually I recently, when I was looking through this stuff, I can't believe I've never noticed this before. We can unlock some, like, ultimate techniques for everyone once they reach weapon rank 3. I can't believe I never saw this. I'm pretty stupid sometimes, I swear. But, yeah, everyone seems to have some sort of ultimate move that you can unlock once you hit weapon rank 3. So, for Serenoa, it's Under Conviction's Banner, which grants 1 TP to all allies within range. Sunfall for Frederica, cast for 1 turn, use all TP to deal fire-type magic damage, setting the ground ablaze. The more TP consumed, the stronger the attack, which I really want to get that at some point, but we need a lot of superior fibers, so we're going to have to hope we get some of those from some of our battles or something, because that would be super expensive to try to buy 8 of those. And as you can see, we're kind of short on cash right now because I went on a huge spending spree. And I'm trying to think of what I want to do. Because my original plan, I totally wasn't buying those held items or whatever, those equipment items was like one of the last things I thought of, so I had actually planned out upgrades first. I was wanting to upgrade Serenoa's regular HP and then HP again to give him basically 25 more HP. And then Anna, I was going to give her Deadly Blaze and then another one of these things up here, probably defense up. And then I was also going to give Huat Shooting Star. Soar up high on Flugy, then deal physical damage to a single enemy from above. I wanted to go with all those things, but like I said, I just got distracted and ended up spending way more than I thought I would. But Deadly Blaze is really good. Deals physical damage to a single enemy, lowers their physical defense and magic defense for 5 turns. So basically it cripples someone and makes it super easy to take them down. Which could be very good, especially on like boss characters. This could be something really nice to have, and it's for 5 turns. So it would be really good on boss characters because they wouldn't really, like, it would basically last until we were able to finish them off. I don't know, it says usable in battle. I don't know how you activate it or like how much TP it costs, but I think we should get it. I think this is honestly the best thing other than getting a slight boost to anyone else's stats. Obviously, like I said, I also wanted to get Scorch for Frederica, but other than that, I think Deadly Blaze is the way to go. I mean, technically, we could also upgrade her weapon damage, but I think this this special technique is way more important, especially because we already gave her that strength amulet, so that's kind of enough of a strength buff as it is. So we have made Anna and Frederica even better, which is crazy because those two were also already like some of our best units. So we are looking really good, but now it is time for us to get the heck out of this encampment and let's go ahead and do some story stuff. As like I said, there's a decent amount. There's 1 side story thing and 2 main story stuff. So let's do this. Hyzante makes for the mines as Wolffort heads to the source, but how will the Duchy respond? So let's take a peek at what's going on here in Esfrost. Because yeah, they're the only ones who haven't really made a move yet.
Archduke Gustadov, we received word from Wolffort. XM's forces have crossed into their domain.
So they know of the salt crystals. Then battle is inevitable. How will House Wolffort respond?
I should think it obvious they will attack us. Their lord is one of the Saintly Seven, after all.
I am unconvinced of that. Perhaps they will offer us salt crystals to secure our alliance.
You know, I'm sure that's what Benedict would have had us do, but no, actually, no. We're going to do what probably no one expects us to do, and we're going to go save the Roselle.
To what end?
History is changing around us as we speak. If Wolffort wishes to guide the shape our future takes, he will need all the help he can get. He can choose to submit to Hyzante's tyranny, or work with us to bring freedom to our land. Or he might choose to take advantage of the chaos. Will you follow in Lady Orlea's footsteps, Frederica?
Oh yeah, that's exactly what we're doing.
Somehow I doubt it.
Oh, too bad for you.
Pardon, Archduke.
It's nothing. I let my thoughts wander too far. Whatever path Wolffort chooses, they all lead to war. Ready our forces.
All right. Well, yeah, looks like no matter what, we were gonna have to fight. Although, well, yeah, I guess, yeah, even if we had submitted to Hyzante like Roland wanted, we still would have had to fight Esfrost, of course. We would have just been doing it with Hyzante. All right, well, sure, it spit us over here, so I guess we'll do this one next. Edor gathers the Saints to discuss how Hyzante will deal with both the mines and House Wolffort. I really hate the Saintly Seven. I mean, obviously, other than Serenoa, he's dope. But everyone else in the Saintly Seven is just awful. They're all, like, the actual worst.
Minister Exham's forces ought to be crossing into Wolffort's domain any moment now.
Will it be war, or will they relinquish the salt crystal deposits without resistance?
I think we have no cause for worry. Minister Serenoa is one of our Saintly Seven, after all.
In title only.
Nevertheless, we cannot be certain what he will choose. Whoever controls those salt crystals controls the future of all Norzelia. Knowing that, you truly think he would give them up without a fight?
Minister Lila is right. He may very well decide to ally with Esfrost and rise up against us. I made sure Minister Exham understood he may very well be marching to war.
Wolffort is a prideful house. If we apply too much pressure on them, they may hold out simply out of principle.
Honestly, we are more trouble than they are worth. It almost makes me wish we could turn them and Esfrost against each other.
What do you mean, turn us against each other? We've been against each other from the start.
That is something else to consider. We could even promise them the Roselle's freedom, should they triumph over the duchy.
Oh, you guys would not be meaning that at all. But we'll just free them on our own, thank you very
Fine
much.
Proposition. The best outcome would be to have them destroy Esfrost for good.
And in doing so, they'd be destroyed themselves. Surely you would not wish for such slaughter.
Soft hearts have no place here, Minister Camsel. We fight for control of all Norzelia.
And we must fight to win. Our troops will need Aelfric, Minister Lila. See that they have it.
Of course. I'll see to any final adjustments at the Ministry of Medicine.
I wonder how much Aelfric they have. Honestly. Because I know we used one to destroy the dam a while back in order to retake Glenbrook, but I'm wondering how much they actually have. Like, are they able to just completely, like, do they have, like, a huge supply, or is it only, like, a few? Also, I still don't know how the death now works. Like, is that, like, a cannon? Does it just, like, fire once, or is it also, like, a thing that can be used a lot? We really don't know about all these things, but I'm sure we're gonna have to deal with them one way or another. Even if we are just freeing the Roselle, I'm sure we're still gonna end up getting caught in some battles. I mean, I highly doubt just because we choose the this route, we're gonna end up with like a significantly less battles. I really doubt that. Anyway, we're back at Wolffort. The people of Wolffort, anxious at the sudden turn of events, are relieved when a familiar face appears before them. Is that Benedict? Is he the one trying to smooth things over, keep everyone calm or something? Is he doing what we asked him to do? Or is Serenoa going to make an appearance? I honestly don't know who they're talking about. I thought we already, like, left to go get the Roselle, but I could be wrong. Well, whenever this loads, we'll see what's going on. It is Benedict.
What? You want us to leave the city?
You couldn't have told us this sooner? I've got a family to worry about.
I understand I ask much of you, but a bloody battle is nigh. You must be ready to evacuate if it comes to it.
But Where's our lord? Won't he protect us?
Nah, he left.
Lord Serenoa marches toward an even fiercer conflict than what we face here. He left me to protect the people of Wolffort in his stead. I ask that you trust in our house and do as I bid.
All right then. Well, I suppose we'll start packing.
Your mastery at matters of war has kept us safe this long. If you say we need to leave, that's what we'll do.
You have my thanks. I've one more thing to ask of you. Something I'd like each of you to make.
Wonder what he's having them make. Well, I'm sure it'll be revealed eventually. Alright, one last request completed. Sure, I'll save. Does that mean we're getting to Chapter 17, Part 3? There's no way Chapter 17 had no battle, right? If so, we're definitely not getting to a battle today because we'd have a lot of more story to do. We've had, I think there was one other chapter in this game so far that didn't actually have a battle. Which is very weird, because that would never happen in, like, Fire Emblem. So I was, like, completely caught off guard when that happened. Have we ever gotten 3 parts of a chapter before? I don't know, actually. Guess we'll see.
Concealed aboard Claris's consortium cart, Serenoa and his retinue slip out of the Wolffort Demesne past Exham's forces and make for the Hyzantean capital.
Well, good luck, Benedict. Have fun.
As soon as they arrive, they review the particulars of their plan to lead the Roselle in revolt.
Oh, shoot, yeah. Chapter 18, From the Abyss. That means we're even closer to the end of this game than I thought we were, because I think there's only 21 or 22 chapters, so that means a maximum of 5 more battles. Unless, I don't know, maybe this game will pull something crazy on us and I'll have a chapter with 2 battles or something. I don't know, we've had 2 chapters with 0, so who knows?
Scouts are reporting the Hyzantean army has crossed into the Wolffort Demesne. The force is commanded by Minister Exham, and is many times larger than what they used when we marched on the Crown City.
Enough to destroy Castle Wolffort, and then some. They ain't aiming just to scare us.
A foe even Benedict would be hard-pressed to prevail against.
Have faith, Anna. Benedict will protect our people as he always has.
I know.
That said, we cannot defend the domain itself. Our land and our castle will doubtless fall to Exham's forces.
Then we must act as if we have no home to return to.
We cannot waver in our resolve.
No. The time for doubts is long past. Listen well. After we have freed the Roselle from the source, we will set our sights on their homeland in the south, on Centralia. We will find the Endless Sea and create a land free of suffering. A far-fetched dream if ever there was one, I know. I will not blame any of you if you do not wish to come.
A bit late for second thoughts now.
Yeah. I mean, didn't you literally just say that yourself, Serenoa? Like, we're, you know, no time for doubts now. We're already here.
Aye. We're with you, my lord. Wherever you will lead us.
Then it's decided. We have much to discuss about our rescue plan. Claris, if you would.
The wagon will have to pass through an inspection at the goddess's shield before entering the city. I can throw my consortium weight around to see you safely through the inspection, but that's about all I'm good for.
That's more than enough. Thank you.
I like this, we're like stealthily infiltrating
Let's
Hyzante.
muscle our way into the source. The guards won't expect an attack from the outside.
Getting in is not what worries me. Indeed. The biggest obstacle we face is getting the Roselle to follow us out.
They've been treated as criminals under the teachings for so long, they've come to believe they are guilty. They might be too terrified of disobeying the goddess to even agree to rise up.
My mother led them in revolt 30 years ago.
True, but only a small handful of people escaped.
I know. Freeing all of them means we must be even bolder than my mother.
Have you thought of how you'll convince them?
I have. I will smash the statue of the goddess to pieces.
That should work. That should work amazingly, actually, because isn't it that the statue has a bunch of salt crystals hidden inside of it or something? That sounds amazing. Do it! Way to go,
They
Frederica.
see her idol destroyed. The fear shackled about their hearts will break. Without terror to hold them back, the uprising of 30 years ago will look tiny in comparison.
But that statue is massive. How are you gonna reduce it to rubble?
Have you seen Frederica's magic stat? She is very strong.
I'm going to blow it up.
Yeah, yep.
Ah, yes, if we use all the explosives we have.
Oh, that
it
works
will come
too.
crumbling down.
Yeah, no, we have the explosives too, but I'm sure your fire magic could also be pretty cool.
But then we'd have none to destroy the ships that pursue us.
Exactly. That's why I think we ought to use Aelfric on the ships instead.
We're gonna try to steal Aelfric?
Aelfric? It is more powerful than the explosives.
And perfect for blowing up ships.
There must be some stored at the Ministry of Medicine, considering Minister Lila's involvement in its creation. But how will we detonate it without Milo?
Considering all the research they conducted, there must be some sort of documentation on how to use it.
Also, don't we have Corentin? He used to work there, right? He might actually know something.
Then what are we waiting for? If Lady Frederica's plan is going to succeed, we better go track some down.
All right, we have our plan.
My friends. Thank you.
Something's telling me we're probably gonna have to fight Lila then, because she was already trying to go get Aelfric. So I'm guessing she's probably gonna be there, and we're gonna have to fight her. But not probably before we have quite a bit more story. So today's probably just going to end up honestly being a story episode. I was not prepared for Chapter 17 to not even have a battle. I'm not even going to lie. I was totally expecting there to be one. But alright, let's do it. Let's get into Hyzante. Some of these loading screens are like surprisingly long. like for a game as new as this, honestly.
I'll handle the guards. Don't move a muscle, any of you. Don't even breathe.
Now excuse me while I take like 5 minutes to get in. Hope you don't die.
Hail! I am Claris of the Consortium. I bring goods for trade in the city, if you'll give me leave to pass.
Claris! Consortium's working you hard.
In these dangerous times, 'tis a privilege to be in such good employ. But you're worked even harder than I. Here, a small token of my appreciation.
Ooh, he's basically bribing the guards. Nice.
You always have been a thoughtful man. Go on, then.
That's one way to get past the inspection. Gosh, I can't speak.
Wait. We cannot allow unscheduled goods into the city without inspection.
Shut up and take my money.
Fine.
Dang it.
Guess there's no such thing as being too careful.
Well, what do we do now?
You needn't worry. Minister Camsel of the Saintly Seven sent for these goods himself.
He did?
Oh, yes. Look closely, and you'll see.
Nice, he's just gonna knock him out. Whoa, he just evaporated.
What have you done?
Well, what's in that weapon you just used, bro? That guy just disintegrated.
Ah, you snake! I must call for reinforcements.
Oh, well, maybe we do have a battle already.
Claris, are you all right?
My apologies. Luckily, mine was the only face they saw. I will draw off the reinforcements while you make for the Ministry of Medicine. Quickly now.
Oh, so he's gonna deal with them.
And do not forget to retrieve the explosives you buried in my cargo.
I'm sorry we've put you to such trouble. And we'll likely have to blow up Consortium ships on top of everything else.
Cause as much trouble as you wish. I know you'll repay me for it once this is all over.
How are you gonna survive, dude? You just piss off a bunch of soldiers?
The majority of their forces may be absent, but we're finished if a guard catches sight of us.
To the Ministry of Medicine with us.
Wonder if we're gonna have another stealth mission, kind of like we did a few chapters ago. I don't remember exactly what chapter. It was the one with all like the light posts and all the guards and stuff. Probably the least exciting chapter in this whole game, honestly, because the whole thing was kind of just about avoiding everybody. Like that map took forever, and it was pretty boring. Honestly, it's probably my least favorite chapter we've had so far, just because there was so much nothing. All right, so we still do not have any battles to do, but that makes sense because we're trying to sneak in to Hyzante right now. So, I mean, yeah, we haven't been found out yet. Claris is going to have, he's going to have his hands full with all those guards, but we haven't been found out yet, thankfully. So, yeah, the party manages to sneak into the Holy State with the help of Claris and makes for the Ministry of Medicine. Looks like it's one of those exploration phases. I don't know what else to call it. We've got the magnifying glass where we go around, talk to people. Well, I don't think we're going to be talking to people here because we really don't want to get caught. We definitely don't want to talk to any guards. So I'm not sure what we're going to be doing. Like I said, we might be doing some sneaking around. Are these the guards? Because if so, how do they not see us? We're like making eye contact with that dude up there. Like that dude at the top right is clearly staring at us, unless they're not guards and they really don't care about us. Anyway, sorry I talked over you, Huette. Or maybe you talked over me. I honestly don't know who was louder in the final video. Who knows?
Hyzante still doesn't know we're moving against them. They shouldn't think us suspicious as long as we walk at a calm pace.
We can't go that slowly. Minister Kamzel is in charge of the guards, and he's no pushover. The longer we take, the more we'll lose our freedom of movement.
Claris is clever, but he could still get captured.
Then we'd best split up.
Indeed. We must find the Aelfric and quickly.
Sometime later. Alright. We split up to take a look around, but I still can't find a single blast crystal in here. I wonder how the others are faring. Perhaps I should check in on them. This is just some random person. Are we allowed to talk to them? These aren't guards, right? Maybe I should save first? Yeah, I'm not gonna risk it with talking to this dude. I'm just going to go ahead and save first, just in case. I think it's fine, but who knows. I imagine there will be no small amount of injuries from the coming battle. We are currently preparing a system that can handle as many patients as possible. Okay, so it's fine if we talk to these researchers. Large HP recovery pellet times 3. That's really good. 3 of them even? That's really good. Whoa. Oh, those are stairs. I thought this was like a dresser. Or maybe it is, and we can just climb on top of it? I don't know. $3,300. Nice. I'm just gonna call them dollars for now on, honestly. Or maybe not, who knows. Because I really don't know what the currency is. We've probably seen it, like, several times. Like, in an insane amount of times, to the point where I probably should be remembering it, but... I just consistently don't. Superior fiber times 2, that's really good. Yeah, I went through all that effort to prep our units and everything, thinking that a battle was coming up, and what do you know? There was not a battle at all. Like, I was totally... Whoa, was there something going on? It says examine. Oh, it's locked. It's just a doorway. I was confused what we were examining because I didn't see any sparkles. The area ahead is off limits. Only those with permission may enter. Which means that's probably a good idea of where Aelfric might be then. It's probably somewhere that we're not allowed to be. We have to find that Aelfric as soon as possible and make for the source. We must convince the Roselle that they have committed no crime and free them from that horrific place. It's the right thing to do, now knowing the truth. We already talked to this dude. Only those who are involved with a research subject are privy to its details, and something like the Aelfric would be more protected than most. That makes sense. More dollars! Nice, 2,700. I think that means we've gotten 6 grand just from looking around. That's nice. We might have to go back and get some more of those skills that I wanted to get at the blacksmith with Ian's, because now we should be able to afford most of the stuff I wanted to do. Things are noisier here than I remember, perhaps because they are preparing for battle. I wonder if Minister Lila is here. We should keep an eye out for her. Probably should. I can't help wondering how Benedict's doing. Sorry, lad, I know I should be focused on finding that Aelfric. It's like it's right in front of him, and he just is so busy worrying. We made it this far thanks to Lord Claris. We must free the Roselle and help them flee Hyzante. Minister Serenoa, are you here to meet with Minister Lila? Okay, so yeah, we're totally not going incognito. We're just here because I don't know. Shouldn't they know that there was an attack launched on us? I don't know, maybe the normal people don't know because maybe the Saintly Seven don't want there to be like, want the people to know that there's like, I don't know, a squabble between members of the Saintly Seven? I don't know. You'd think they'd find it suspicious that we were here, but yeah, like I said, maybe they don't know that, you know, Eggsam went to go attack us. Works for us, I guess. There seem to be archives on the other side of the door. Perhaps we can find documents about the Aelfric. I managed to pick the lock not a moment ago. I will report back later with my findings. Cool. Does that mean I have to, like, actually go, like, talk to someone else? And then talk back to her? I think there was one of those types of things before where we had to, like, in one of these exploration things where we had to talk to someone and then talk to someone else and then talk to them again or something like that. Because we've talked to everyone. I'll look into the files on the other side of the door and report back later with my findings. Well, what if we go and talk to Frederica again? And what if I go up here now? Does this mean I have to end the exploration phase, or... Let's just try talking to everyone. Because, I don't know, if I need to talk to someone specific in order to get Anna to do her thing, then I just want to make sure we're talking to everyone. Be more protected than most. Like I said, I have an idea of where it might be. Well, I guess where Anna's looking is a good idea too, especially because she had to pick a lock. But I think over here is probably a good idea as well. Did I talk to you? A big battle is always a boon to our research. There are injured and fallen aplenty. They will further our research on Aelfric nicely. What do you mean? You're gonna blow them up? How are injured people going to help you with your explosives research? Are you actually just like, well, they're too far gone. Well, time to test out Aelfric. All right, send him out, and let's test out Aelfric. Boom. Yep. Well, it worked. Ooh, a Panacea pellet. I got rewarded for selling that other one by getting a new one right back. Nice. Is there anything else I'm missing? Because we can't go here, right? Yeah, it's still locked. Off limits. I don't see anyone else saying anything new. Maybe we just needed to talk to Anna in the first place before concluding the exploration just to make sure she would do this? I mean, we talked to everyone. I don't see any other options. There's nothing else we can do. Alright, well, let's conclude the exploration. I should resume my search for the Aelfric. Well, hopefully Anna can find something. It looks like she might have. That's an interesting looking book.
Lord Serenoa, look at this book.
What is it?
Did you find it?
No, only a book.
The Aelfric method in practice. Does this detail how it is made?
Seems that way. It's littered with arcane terms I can scarcely comprehend. But if I'm grasping this correctly, the main component of Aelfric is human remains.
Oh. Well, I guess that would explain why they were so excited about all the injured. Because, yeah, if someone dies, then they're like, hey, man, let's throw him into Aelfric. Jeez, that's horrible. Whoa. Well, yeah. How does that even work anyway? Human remains are just highly volatile and quick to explode or something? That's... I wonder how that even works.
It says here, having harvested the corpses of Roselle who perished at the source.
Oh, that's even worse. Okay, we really need to save the Roselle. Wow. So they work them to death, and then they use their corpses to make Aelfric. Oh my gosh.
Harvesting corpses? For what foul purpose?
We did not intend for Aelfric to be weaponized. Our original goal was to harness its immense magical capabilities to power the automaton.
The automaton?
Automaton? What manner of contraption is that?
I do not know, but I doubt it is anything kind or good.
So, was that supposed to be their ultimate weapon?
I thought the Ministry of Medicine was supposed to, you know, figure out how to save lives, not how to profit off death.
We've glimpsed the rot at Hyzante's core.
Minister Serenoa, what are you doing here?
Oh! Hey, Lila! What's good? How are you doing today? Don't mind me looking at your book. Well, this has gone south really fast. Something tells me a battle is imminent. Well, I had a feeling that was going to happen. I totally had a feeling that we were going to have to battle her in order to get Aelfric, but I mean, can we even in good conscience really use it now? Knowing that it's made of human remains, specifically those of the Roselle? Huh. Well, we definitely don't have time for the battle today. I do think we could probably do the story real quick first. Let's just double check that there aren't any like side stories or anything. There do not appear to be. So yeah, let's go through. Let's do like the story, like the pre-battle story stuff, and then maybe we'll take a quick peek at the map. But we're not going to get into it because this video has been going on long enough. It just wouldn't. I don't think that's a good idea. But anyway, yeah. Serenoa and the others learn the ghastly truth of Aelfric. Lila discovers them not long after. I still just don't even know how, like, human remains are going to even... Well, it said magical capability. Are they, like, harvesting the life force and using that to create magic power? Because I know, like, in a lot of... I don't know. A lot of ways magic's described, it's like drawing on some sort of, like, mana or energy.
Mr. Lila, did you use Rosellan remains to create Aelfric?
Anyway, let's just do this for now.
I advise taking more care with your words, Minister Serenoa. You are one of the Saintly Seven. You have a responsibility to protect Hyzante's secrets.
Then it is true.
You steal their freedom, their very lives. And you dare to call what you do healing?
Everything I have done was as the goddess willed. I call myself nothing but her loyal servant. All of us are hers to command.
No, not all of us.
House Wolffort means to free the Roselle from the goddess's tyranny.
You know, we really shouldn't reveal our plans like that, Frederica. That's something only evil villains are supposed to do, is reveal their plans so that people can foil them. We're not supposed to do that.
Do you now?
Because, I mean, we could just say that, we oppose this, but we don't have to say, like, what our plan is, as that's just revealing our hand, and we should not have done that.
As one committed to the preservation of life, you know salt should not be a luxury for the privileged few. Is that not what you told me? Help us. If not for the Roselle, then to change Hyzante for the better.
Change Hyzante? How wonderful that would be.
Then...
No. I cannot help you. The Holy One would have my head for turning traitor. Besides, my hands are far too bloody to ever be washed clean.
I guess we're doing this the hard way then. Well, I mean, we've already killed Sorsley, so if you want to be next, we can start our kill every member of the Saintly Seven arc. I'm fine with that. Because like I said, I don't like really any of you. I mean, Exham is okay. Exham is okay, and Minister Kamzel is like halfway decent as well. But everyone else can just go. I do not care. So Lila is on the battlefield. Whoa, this is a small battlefield. We'll definitely get this done in the next episode, for sure. Even if it does take us like 2 attempts, I'm almost positive we'll get this done. Looks like everyone's promoted at this point. Makes sense, we are pretty deep into the game at this point. Yeah, everyone's elite here. You know, except this healer. But he's a healer, so I mean, he doesn't really need to be elite. Huh. This seems like a very balanced team they've got going here. Yeah, they got like so many different kinds of units. Like dang near like every unit type that exists in this game is here. Huh. Well, I guess, yeah, let's just take a peek at like some of their stats here real quick, and then I guess we'll decide on who we want to go with, like who we want to bring to this map, and then we'll just save that for the next episode. Because like I said, this episode is long enough. Whoa. This dude is pretty dang bulky. 34 defense and 31 magic defense. That guy's super bulky. Okay, this guy has a very high physical defense, but his magic defense is basically non-existent, so Frederica will have a field day with him. She will absolutely destroy him. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Battle Mage has very high magic defense, but very low physical defense. Yeah, I don't really need to check those. Healers don't have that amazing of physical defense. Bow users are weaker magically. Yeah, why are the rogues so bulky? That's so weird. That's so weird. But anyway, Lila herself is the one that I'm the most concerned about, obviously, because she's the boss. Resist poison, silence fury. Resist temptation and instant death. Deal non-elemental magic damage to a single enemy, delay their turn, and lower their speed for 3 turns. Deal proportionate non-elemental magic damage to a target enemy and adjacent enemies after the target completes 2 turns. Whoa. That's very interesting. After the target completes 2 turns. So it's kind of like Future Sight from Pokemon, but it works in a very, it works in a different way, but it is kind of similar. That's interesting. Temporal Suspension. Stop all enemies within range for 2 turns, preventing them from taking any actions. Oh, wow. That is extremely dangerous. That's... wow. We're gonna have to watch out for that. All enemies within range for 2 turns. That could just absolutely end up with us getting massacred. Pretty easily. So yeah, like, the benefit of this map, it looks like, is that there's not that many units, and I mean, maybe there's going to be reinforcements. I don't know. This map is kind of, like, claustrophobic. So I'm not sure there's even going to be reinforcements. I'm guessing this is probably it. I'm guessing it's what you see is what you get with this one. But everyone is, like, very tough. So we're going to have to make sure we play this one very, very carefully. Especially because we don't really have any way to, like, we don't have a good way to split them up. I mean, thankfully, we're probably not going to be split up too much either, but we're just pretty much going to have to deal with all of them at once, I think. Unfortunately. Oh, well, I think bulky units are going to be... Whoa, that's not what I meant to do. There we go. I always forget how to get to, like, the deployment thing. So Serenoa must be deployed. Let's see. Yeah, Flanagan is recommended. That's kind of what I was thinking too. Let's bring him. I mean, maybe we'll bring Cordelia. I'm not sure. Yeah, we're not bringing Piccoletta. Absolutely not. So everyone on the screen right now, actually even above that, I guess, other than the 9 units we have selected right now, what do I want to bring last? We could either bring Hyzante, Narv, or Cordelia. Hyzante, Narv, or Cordelia. With this kind of map, with how claustrophobic it is, I feel like having more offensive units is better. Because if we have too many healers, it would be pretty easy for them to get, like, I don't know, I feel like they might be able to gang up and kill our healers. And that wouldn't be good. And having less people that can do, like, physical damage, or magic damage, whatever, less people that can actually attack is a problem, I think. Because then we might struggle to kill some of their units, and that would be very problematic, especially if they just charge straight at us. Because we have like nowhere to run. This is a very straightforward looking map. So that keeping that in mind, I'm not going to bring Cordelia. It's either going to be Narv or Hyzante. I guess let's just take a peek at them. Hyzante has 29 magic. Narv has 26 magic. Comparable HP. Comparable defense. Basically the same defensively. So Hyzante is just stronger. I mean, Narv has healing abilities, but like I said, Hyzante is stronger. So we already have Gila for healing. I think I'm going to bring Hyzante.
Please, leave everything to me.
That is going to be it. So now the only thing we have left to do is we just have to figure out who we want to put where. I think we definitely want, like, Eridor and Flanagan on the front lines, because we want them to bait people in. Yeah, we want them to be baiting people in. Serenoa also is a frontliner because he has that resurrection thing, the resurrection earring. Gila absolutely is not a frontline unit. Not even close. I like having Anna on the front line too. She's really good for, like, poisoning people and stuff. I think I like this. I think I like this setup. Let's keep, like, Gila the farthest away from everyone, because she doesn't really need to be close to anyone. I mean, I could move us up a little closer, but I don't know if there's any need, because I'm probably just going to be baiting people in. Ooh, it lets us peek at the turn order. Right, Frederica's going first, and then it's Anna. And this dude, Lila, Roland. Actually, let's put... Now that I've taken a look at the turn order, let's put Eridor right there so he can bait this Elite Blade user in. Because he's going to not, you know, take any damage from that. And then we can get him closer so that all the rest of our units can sort of gang up on him immediately. I like that. We can't start out in anyone's range over here. And we should be able to put someone in his range, like Roland or something. So I don't think we need to move anyone else up closer. I think putting Eridor like that should be good. Yeah, maybe let's do something like that. Okay, I think that's good. But like I said, we are going to go ahead and save that for the next episode. I can't believe Chapter 17 didn't even have a battle. I was totally expecting it to. But yeah, I mean, I guess we are close to a battle. It's just in Chapter 18 instead of 17. So yeah, we're getting a lot closer to the end of the game. Like I said, there's only a few chapters left from what I understand. So it's been a long time coming, but we should be finishing up this series pretty soon, and we'll definitely be finishing up this battle in the next episode. So be sure to check it out then. But yeah, anyways, that's going to do it for me today. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. It would really help out the channel, and I would greatly appreciate it. And like I said, I'll see you guys next time when we will do the battle at the Ministry. So yeah, see you then. Peace.